Hello everyone, and welcome to today's webinar. My name is Rachel Klein. I will be your presenter today for about the next 20 minutes. We're going to be going over the basic reports and membership, or how to pull a basic report and membership. It's super easy. It's going to be the fastest way for you guys to get out the information that you're looking for from a membership report. So before we jump into the topic, I just wanted to kind of point out a couple things about our current version and also some helpful tools out on our website. So on your GoToWebinar toolbar, if you want, you can kind of shrink the GoToWebinar screen over to the right if you'd like by hitting the little right-facing arrow. Has a little orange box. If you hit that, it'll shrink the GoToWebinar toolbar, so just so you have a little bit more room to be able to see what's on your screen. Also, there is a place to ask questions. So today there's going to be a lot of you all and only 2 of us here at Church Windows. We have about 225 people registered, and there is myself, and then Ross is also helping out answer questions. So if you have any questions, please feel free to type them in the little questions section, and then either I'll give a response out to everybody or Ross will type you your answer there. I would ask though that you try to stay on topic because there are so many of you. If you have questions that are specific to your data or questions that don't have to do with pulling the basic report, I would ask that you just give us a call on our support line, or you can shoot us an email at support@churchwindows.com, and we'd be happy to get you an answer that way. All right, well, let's start by going out to the website here. All right, so you should be seeing our website. It's www.churchwindows.com. And along the left side here, if you scroll down a little bit, you're going to see this little blue bubble. It says Using Church Windows. Right below that is the section on support. There's a lot of great stuff in here. The support blog, I'm going to show you that. We've been working on updating all of our documents. A lot of good stuff out there. There's also a document that covers what we're talking about today. And then there's also the CW version 17. This has a bunch of movies that help with the new version 17. So let me show you both of those real quick. Let's go to the support blog first. When you go to the support blog, you'll see right up at the top, the very first document that we have is actually called Basic Reports. So this is going to be a document that covers pretty much what we go over today. So if you want to have a hard copy with you after today's webinar, I'd say check that out. You can also do a search if you have a specific topic that you'd like to see if we have a document on. Type the main topic in there. I try to stick to just maybe 1 or 2 words. If you get too specific, it's not going to have any hits for you. And also you can search by module. So if you have specific questions on membership, for example, let me erase my drawings here. Just hit membership and it's going to take you right to the documents that we have specifically for the membership module. And take notice too of the versions. We still have some people on older versions. Make sure you're choosing the specific version that you are currently on so the information pertains to you. Okay. Let's go back over to the left and go to the CW version 17 resources here. This is a bunch of movies. For me, I love the movies. I think they're really helpful because you actually not only hear someone explaining it, but you also get to see what they're doing. So a popular one is the directory. So if you're working on a directory, you want to add emails, cell phones, that movie is right here. Also, if you want to have a video of what we talked about today, here's this movie that's going to cover It's a webinar I did several months ago, very similar to what we're going to talk about today, still on basic reporting. Come in and check that out. Okay. And also there's plenty of good membership videos out here, along with some donations and accounting. All right, so let's jump into our topic here. Just minimize this. So basic reports are the fastest and the easiest way, in my opinion, to pull out the data in church windows. You don't have to make a custom report from scratch. Basics are already in there. You just can tweak the columns that it's going to print. Okay, so for our first example, we are going to pull a list of all the females in the church, and then I also want to include their contact information on the report when I print it. So we're going to go to membership, and we are going to hit reports, and we're going to go right here to reports directory export. All right, so the first screen that opens, this is where you enter your criteria. These tabs here, the information here on this first window, are just going to pertain to those people that you want to make up your report. What you want to see on the report, like cell phone, home phone, address, email, that stuff's done on the following screen. So this first screen is just who we want on our report. Okay, so in our example, we're going to do just females. So I'm going to come up here to where it says select a membership field, and I'm going to hit the down arrow, and I'm looking for gender. If you just type a G, it's going to take you right down to the G's, as opposed to having to come in here and scroll through everybody. So we're going to stick with gender, and I'm going to check the female box, and I'm going to hit plus selection. That's going to input my criteria of gender equal to F for female. Okay. Top right, you can also check or uncheck visitors. For our example, I want visitors included, so I'll leave that checked. Now, another really important thing about the new reporting feature that a lot of people miss is this sort tab. Okay, I always tell people when I'm on the phone with them, make sure you go to your sort tab and you have the order of your report set. Okay, if you ever run a report and it doesn't look like it's in the order that you want, or it doesn't look like it's in any order at all, it could be sorting by like giver number or something, make sure you come to this sort tab and you have sort field 1 set to what you want. A lot of options in here that you can pick from, but we're going to go with name for today. Okay, once you have your sort picked, you're going to hit next. Now, first screen's our criteria, who we want. This screen is where we're actually going to build that report to get the fields or the information fields that we need. Okay, so top left, make sure you choose basic. This is our topic today, basic reporting, so that means picking this, okay? So after you choose basic, you also need to pay attention to this little drop box here. This is where there are default or preset basic reports that we've put in for you that we think are helpful. But this is where you also find any saved reports. So you can go in and make as many different basic reports as you want, and they're all going to be saved right here in this drop box for you. All right, so let's go down to basic columnar report. This report is going to automatically be in the drop box for you. Basic columnar report is going to give you the individual's name, it's going to give you their address, and it's going to give you their phone number. Okay? And then below here, these are all of the ladies in the church. Okay? So, top left, choose basic. We're going to start with basic columnar report, and all we need to do then is hit print down here in the bottom right. And here's our report. Let me zoom in a little bit. We'll see that the report is sorted alphabetically in name order, which is what we picked on our sort tab. You can see that we do have name, address block, home phone. Okay, basic columnar report is going to give you those three things. Now let's say I need more contact information. Say I want to have their name, their home phone, their cell phone, and their email address to print out. Okay, so we're going to close out of the preview. Right here next to my basic columnar report, I need to hit the new button. Okay, you can't edit or change the basic columnar report. This is a default report that we have for you. So if you need a report that gives you different columns, you have to make a new one. Okay, we're going to hit new, and we're going to type in, we're just going to call it contact info. You can reuse this layout no matter what criteria you pick on the first screen. So say in a couple of days I run a report on everybody that's an active member, and I need to see name, home, cell phone, and email report. I can choose this contact info report. Okay, so these basic layouts are not specific to what you choose on the previous screen. Alright, so after you type in your report name, you hit OK, and then contact info is going to pop into your drop box here. Now we need to tell it what we want to see on that contact info report. So this time you're going to go to the right, and you're going to pick this button here, Select Fields. So this is where you pick what you want to see on the report. After hitting Select Fields, the column selector window is going to open, and then on the left here, these are all of the fields that you have to pick from and add as a column on your basic report. Okay, the ones over here on the right under visible columns, these are just some preset ones. So name, address block, home phone. But for our example, I want to get rid of address block. I don't need to see that, so I'm just going to click to highlight it, hit the left facing arrow, and that pops it over to the left, removes it from my report. I do want to add cell phone, so back over to the left, I'm scrolling down for cell. I'm going to click to highlight it, move it to the right, and I'm also looking for email, so back to the left, scrolling down to my E's, and I'm picking email address, and I'm also moving that over. Okay. Now you can make multiple selections over here too. If you hold down Control, you can grab a couple, or if you click and drag, you can also select multiple. Alright, but all I need for this is name, home phone, email address, cell phone. Say you want to change the order. Say you want cell phone up here right below name. Just click to highlight the field you want to move over here to the right. Hit the up arrow, and that will make cell phone print as the second column. Okay. Say OK. And now this is going to be saved with those 4 fields as my contact list, or contact info I should say. And then I'm going to hit print. And now here's a nice neat report of all the ladies' names, their home phone number, their email address if they have one, and their cell phones if they have one. Now let's say we want to tighten this column up because we got quite a big gap here between name and home phone. So nobody in this list's name is really that long. So let's say I want to scooch home phone over to the left a little bit. Close out the preview. Go back into your Select Fields button. Highlight or select the field that you want to adjust the column width on. And then down here at the bottom, hit this Adjust Column Width button. And I'm going to take it from 27 characters, we'll put it down to 20. Okay. Now let's say I want to change the column header of my home phone, for example. It's going to print home phone current as of today. Say I don't want to see that current as of today part. If that's the case, you come down here below under this display name box, and you just click in there and backspace it out. Okay. Now we're going to say OK, and let's say print. All right. So now home phone just says home phone. There's no current as of today anymore. And my name box or my column width I've shrunk so I don't have a big gap there, and then I still have my other 3 fields that I need. Okay. Great thing about the reports too, down at the bottom it's going to give you a total count, let you know how many people meet your criteria. It is going to list giving and pledging and account selected information just because those are optional tabs when running a report. But for this report, it has nothing to do with giving or pledging or accounts, so you can just disregard that. But it's also going to give me my criteria. So if I ever print this out and want to recreate it, and I can't remember how I did it, you have your criteria right at the bottom for you to pull. Okay. There's also a blue letter I up here at the top in your toolbar. If you hit the blue letter I, it's also going to give you the same information. It's just easier to find, say you have a 75-page report or something. Hitting the blue letter I is just faster than scrolling all the way down to the last page of your document. Okay? Next example I have for you is a birth date list. I tried to kind of pick 2 popular ones that people will ask about. And we are going to go to membership again. We're going to choose reports. This time we're going to come down to birth date. There are several canned or pre-set up reports for you. So let's go ahead and click on birth date. And then we're going to go to reports directory export. Alright, so for this example, we are going to focus on birth date, which already pops up here, is in month, but we're going to change it to next month. Say we want to get a mailing ready. So we're going to go down to May, and we're going to hit plus selection. So same thing, top right, I want to leave visitors checked. I want them included on my birthday report. I'm also going to jump up to the sort tab. Now, because we ran our report by going to birth date and then reports directory export, sort field 1 is always going to default to birth date. So just keep that in mind when you go through that pre-set up birthday report. Sort field is going to be on birth date. If that's okay with you, you don't even need to go to the sort tab, just hit next. But if it's something you want to change, say you do want it alphabetical, you have to come to the sort tab and go down to name. Okay? I like birth date though, so I'm going to keep it on the default. I'm going to hit next. Alright, so now same thing, top left, you want to make sure you have basic selected, which it is. And then now when you choose basic columnar report, when running a report through the canned birthday report, if you hit print, you're automatically going to get name and birth date that are going to come up for you. Okay, so running through the canned birth date report, choosing basic and the basic columnar report here is automatically going to give you name, and it's automatically going to give you birth date. Okay. Now, for example, let's say I want to see their name and their birthday, but I also want to see their address and their age. Say somebody, a volunteer, comes in and sends letters out. Okay. So same thing, we're going to close out of the preview. Next to basic, we're going to hit that new button again like we did before. And let me show you real quick too. If you hit the down arrow here, you can see that the report we just made is saved in here for future use. Okay. We're going to hit new. We're going to call this monthly birthday report. Say OK. Monthly birthday report, always be saved in here. I'm going to hit select fields. And name of birth date will already be in there, but let's add address. I know there's a lot of address fields here. Address block is probably going to be best for running a basic report because that's going to give you address 1, address 2 if they have it, city, state, and zip code all in one section. Okay, so we'll move address block over. And I also want age. highlight age, and move that over to the right. All right, so our fields to include are name, address block, birth date, age. Say OK. And now our report is set up with those 4 columns. Over to the right, you have a couple options for the birthday report. Say you don't want to see the year. Okay? If that's the case, all you have to do is just remove the little check mark in that box. And that'll easily hide the year for you. But for our example, I'm going to leave that checked. Bottom right, I'm going to hit print. All right, so now I have a birthday report. Only my people that have birthdays in the month of May. I have their name, their address, their birth date, and their age. All right, same thing, you can go in and adjust the column lists. If you feel the need to, you can reorder the columns if you want. You can also adjust the column headers if you want. You can also change fonts or font size for that, you can also change fonts too if you want in the report designer. So let me close out the preview and I'll show you guys where you can do that. So next to your monthly birthday report, we've hit the new button and we've hit the select fields button. Now we're going to hit the edit button. For a basic report, you don't have to come in here unless you're wanting to change something specific about the layout. Okay, so if you just want different columns, different column widths, different column headers, 95% of the time I'm going to say you can stick to the select fields button. If you're wanting to change the font though, or maybe make something 2 columns, you can do that right in here by hitting the edit button. And it's going to take you to the report designer. Looks a little more intimidating than it is. Just keep in mind for basic report, you don't have to do too much in here, okay? But say you do want to change the font. If that is the case, you need to select this field, this set data field. This is the field that's going to print out, or this is the section that prints out all that information, like the name, the cell phone, the home phone, birth date, all that. So you just click to select this field, and then it's very similar to like a Word document. Up at the top here, you have your formatting toolbar. Okay, so let's say I want to make my font a little bigger. We'll go up to 12. Just change the font size and you'll see that this will appear bigger. I'm also going to make my column header a little bigger. We'll do those as 14. And then let's also maybe, we'll leave the organization name and all that as is. All right, so I'm going to just hit save up here in the top left. I'm going to close out of the report designer and we'll hit print. So now here's my same report, but I've just made the font a little bit bigger. All right. That covers my outline for you guys today. Let me kind of scroll up through questions. I know we had some questions coming in and make sure that I've covered everything. We're right at the 23-minute mark, so we can hang out for a couple more minutes. If you have questions, go ahead, type those in, please, and we'll get to those as quick as we can. Let's see. Help printing the church directory. Yep, I showed you the link at the beginning of the webinar for the directory. Hopefully that'll help you. Font size, we just covered that. We're not going to have time to discuss emailing today. There is a video out on our website though. Birthday list without the year, we covered that. Perfect. All right, someone's asking about generating labels for a birthday report. Process is going to be the same. Let me close this. We'll just touch on it quickly because it's not really on the basic topic, but I do want to show you it. Go to membership. You hit reports, and under birth date, you go to labels. And then you're going to see the same first screen that we did under reports. So if you go to birth date, is in month, choose your month that you want. We'll say do May. Add the selection, hit next. And then the second screen is what's going to look different from your basic reports. This one is going to make you pick your label layout that you want. And your one label per individual, and then you can print it. Okay, so just real quick, that's a little off topic, but I did want to show you that. Let's see. Was this in version 17? Yes. I'm sorry, I didn't cover that at the beginning. Let me point that out real fast to you. Current version, 17.14.3. Okay, if you're seeing anything prior to the .3, let me show you on our website where you can get the update. Right here in the middle, under customer support and install help, there's a link. It's going to say download updates. You need to click that download updates link, and that's going to take you to our SR3 update to get you to 17.14.3. Make sure you read the installation instructions first to help you get that installed properly. But 17.14.3 is our most current version. Alright, someone's asking, is the age shown on, so when running the birthday report, they're wondering if the age that you see on the report is the age as of today or the age they will be on their birthday. Anna, that's a great question. When running the birthday report, the age that you see on the birthday report is their age as of today. Okay, so if you're running it for next month and you see the age print, just keep in mind that's their age as of the day you sat at the machine and ran the report. Okay, it's not a future age, it's their age as of today. Someone's asking if you can change the font on only one column. Dave, at this time, there's not a way to change the font for just one column. That whole detail section where all the columns print, that's in one section in the detail part of the report designer. So no, there's not a way to change the font on only one column at this time. All right, well that covers the basic report. The basic reporting layout option, I should say. If you guys, have any other questions, go ahead and call us. We're right at about the half-hour mark, so we'll have to close the webinar here. But if you have questions, call us on our support line. Also, you can shoot us an email at support@churchwindows.com, and we'll get back to you as quickly as we can. I hope you guys learned some helpful tools today to kind of make your jobs a little easier there. But have a wonderful, wonderful day. Thanks. Bye.